Details blur, but emotion stays. The impression is more important than the actual event. What really took place doesn't really matter. I was thinking about how I've been to the movie theaters only once in my life. I don't remember the plot of the movie whatsoever. I don't remember what happened in the movie, but I just knew it was a good night. And that's the point. It doesn't even matter where we went, what exactly we did. It's just the fact that we went out and, had fun, just had a good time. I've been in so many arguments and situations where, and I'm there fighting for my life saying, I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't my intention. I didn't mean for it to sound that way, but, the person is hurt. The person is hurting, you know. I didn't know that this would have such an impact on you, but, it does. It did. It doesn't matter what intention really was at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter. This thought has really influenced everything I do in life. Because, as I said, the information, the facts, it doesn't matter. The impact is what stays. The impact is durable. The information, the facts, the event is fragile. It's gonna break, it's gonna fade away. It really doesn't matter. A lot of the times, I know I can relate to it, and I know most people can. We're in an argument, something bad happens, and you don't even remember what happened, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you just remember that, this made you upset. I've been chasing more of an emotional connection with people and with the things I do rather than just doing them, right? If that makes sense. The details won't matter, and I think about that as well when it comes on to children, and the things that I'll do with my children. Your kids, they won't remember the time when they were 2 years old and you take them to Disney World, but they'll remember the joy. They'll know that, they have the best dad ever. They'll remember, they remember some things, but they won't remember all the details, how they felt. They'll definitely remember how they felt. Were they happy? Was it a bad day? Was it a good day? You know what I mean? Because that's what really matters. The details fade. And I take this same idea and I apply it to my entire life. Are you happy? Are you content? Are you fulfilled? Because the details will fade. They don't matter. It really doesn't matter, like what school you went to. You know what I mean? How many girls you dated. You know what I mean? How do you feel? Are you at peace? What are your thoughts? How? What will people have to say about you? You shouldn't really be so caught up with what people will say about you. But, I'm just saying, like, were you happy? Were you sad? Did every day feel like, the worst ever? Did every day feel like you were on your last? What do you have to say about your life? Because at the end of the day, as I said before, the details don't matter. Did you live a good life? Did you impact others? Did you love enough? Did you feel enough love? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, the details don't matter. How you feel over what you remember. The love over the facts. You get me? It's very important that we think about these things, that we ponder on these things. You know, I wonder what your future self would say about you. You know, are you just doing things because people say it's the right thing to do? You know, go get that degree, go, learn plumbing, learn electrical work, learn this, learn that, do that, be a mechanic. I mean, you have to put yourself through some form of struggle. Understand, you still have to work hard, but it should feel fulfilling. And or the reward should be great enough that you're willing to pursue this. You see me? Finding peace with yourself. Having not losing yourself. Having, yourself, just not losing your mind, not losing your way. It's very important. It's crucial. It's everything. You get me? You don't just go around doing everything people say. You don't just live an unfulfilled life. For a very long time, I was making a lot of, upbeat dancehall music, and that may be fulfilling for somebody else, but for me, I just felt like I was just talking a whole lot of crap. I mean, rhyming words, trying to sound cool, but it had no impact. What are you trying to do? Where's the impact? Where's the emotional connection? Equanimity, equanimity. It should sit at the center of our lives. At the center of our consciousness. You know what I mean? Are you at peace? How do you feel? You know? Life. I don't believe life should be endless cycle of pain and terror. Life has its ups and downs, but you should be happy. I don't believe life is just an endless cycle of terror. No. You get me? You're gonna be tortured by life, your entire life, your one life. Nah, my friend. No, my brother. Nah. Me not think. No. See me? So, peace should really be, you know, finding peace, finding yourself. That should be a real goal, because the details don't matter. Being comfortable in your own skin, loving who you are, loving what you do, loving what you stand for should be the goal. Because the details don't matter. People don't care, bro. People don't care about what you do. Care about how did it make them feel. You know what I mean? How does it make you feel? You don't even care about what you do. People really don't care. The details don't matter. The details are irrelevant. Emotion is what sticks. Emotion is what stays. How you feel, impression. The details are important to an extent. In the way that, it definitely contributes something, but it's not that important. Oh God, it's not. Why does it matter? Most people don't think about it. I'm sure you don't think about it that much. Yeah. Stay safe. All the best. I love you. Wish you all the best. I said that already. And yeah. See you soon. Big up yourself. Big up. Big up. See you soon. I hope this video made you feel good because the details don't matter. Color of my shirt don't matter. And I hope you learned something from it. The color of my shirt don't matter. You see me? The color of the carrier don't matter. The details don't matter. What am I saying? What message am I conveying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Equanimity or equanimity. You know. Crucial for your development. You really have to be at peace with yourself. You really have to find the missing pieces of your life. Put it together so you can be a better person. So you can reach your full potential for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your friends, everybody. Every single person. And yeah, details don't matter. How did the movie make you feel? It doesn't matter what they said in the movie. I mean, it kind of does, but you get what I mean, bro? Like the details affect. Look, the details affect the emotion. It definitely will. But the details on its own, it's not the focus point for most people, if not all people. Right? Let's get that straight. The details, man. The details. The nitty gritty. What is it for? But yeah, I think that's it from me. I've been talking for a while now. I ain't got nothing else to say. Pick up yourself. All love. All love. You know what? The emotion lingers. Are you content? What are you feeling? And I had a teacher one time say that your feelings lie to you. He never left me. Big up Miss Morgan. We probably need to stop calling him, but he never left me. And I kind of understand what she was saying. Like, you may feel like you don't want to, you must have discipline. And you may feel like, I don't want to do this today or whatever, but at the same time, how you feel, man, is if you ignore that, it can be crippling, paralyzing. Your mental health is directly affected by how you feel. Protect your energy. Know what you get into. See me? Watch who you stay around. All those things. How do you feel? Do you feel involved? Do you feel accepted? I don't go anywhere I don't feel accepted, loved, or appreciated. It doesn't make any sense. You're going to waste your time. You're going to have way more altercations than needed. How do you feel? Discipline is also important. Don't just run away with your feelings because maybe my teacher was right. Your feelings can lie to you. You have to really dig deep to understand what you're feeling, to know what feelings are valid, to know what feelings make sense to an extent. But yeah, big up yourself. That's it from me.